Swayamprabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome back. We will look into another example to create a simple solid model. So, we will again review all the features we have discussed in the previous 2 lectures, like the extrude feature, the hole, rib and mirror. These are the some of the features which we have already discussed. In this example, we will go back and revisit those for us. So, this is the example 3 that we will try to solve in today's lecture. So, let us go to the software. Before we go to the software, let us look at what is the overall dimensions of this object. We see that this dimension is 80, the depth is 35 plus 25. So, it is 60 and the height is also 60. And what are the kind of features we see? There are 2 holes, but now see these are not symmetric. So, the first hole is diameter 10 and the second hole is a diameter of 16, but these vertical objects are symmetrical. They both are of the width of 16. The other important feature we need to understand is there is a slope. So, which means we need to first start with a cuboid and then make a taper cut. So, first we will make with a base of 80 by 60 and then extrude it to a height of since this is 30, we need to extrude it to a height of 30. So, let us get started with the software. Now, we are in the initial opening interface of the software. So, let us start by start 2D sketch and we will pick the xz plane. In the xz plane, we set the dimensions are 80 by 60. First, let us specify that using a rectangle. We will again select the origins, which makes it convenient. So, the dimensions are 80 by 60, 60 tab 80, enter, select all. Okay. So, now it is fully constrained, we can finish the sketch and extrude. The extrude height we have already seen as 30. So, let us specify that, okay, and select all. Okay. So, let me reorient the object by, so we will go to the sketch, edit the sketch by saying that this is 60 and the other is 80. Finish sketch. Okay. So, now we will pick this left face on which we will create a taper. So, again start 2D sketch on this face, and to create a taper we need to draw a straight line. So, since this distance is it given? Yes. So, we know that this distance is 30. So, we should start from 50. So, let us first draw a random line and then we can dimension it. We can dimension saying that from this point to this left edge is 30. And let us make it coincident with the top face. And the other end, let us again coincide with this edge by making this distance as 0. And lastly, we see that at the bottom of the taper we have 14. So, that is what we will specify. Okay. So, with this we have completely constrained this line, but for us to make a cut we need an area. So, let us draw 2 more lines. Okay. So, let us finish the sketch and then use extrude, select this feature, and in the boolean we will mention that it is a cut. We will say it is a through all cut. Okay. So, now we have created this taper. So, to create this chamfer, let us again use the chamfer option here. We need to specify the edge, and then it is asking whether it is a symmetrical or asymmetric. In our case it is asymmetric, which means we need to specify both directions. So, again it asking to select the edge and the 2 directions. So, the first direction is 40 and direction 2 is 35. Okay. So, there we have created a chamfer. So, the next step is to create these 2 vertical things. Since both of them are symmetrical, we will first create the left vertical part. And what are the dimensions of it? The depth is 16 and the height is 30. So, again start 2D sketch on this face. Let us create a rectangle. Let us take this corner. We said it is 30 by 30. So, it is completely constrained. So, we can finish the sketch and extrude. So, let us flip the direction and the extrusion is for 16 millimeters. Okay. So, let us select the OK button to complete the extrusion. So, since we have said it is symmetric, these 2 vertical blocks are symmetric, let us do that. For that we should first create a plane which is symmetric. So, first let us create a mid plane between the left face and the right face. So, it is created. Now, I need to select this mirror feature. I need to first select the feature I want to mirror, which is this vertical thing, and second the mirror plane. So, it is showing me a preview which is what I intend. So, let us click OK to complete the mirroring. Okay. So, the last step remaining is to create these 2 holes. The first one is of diameter 10 and the second is of diameter 16, and the locations are 15 and 15. Okay. So, let us use this hole tool. Let us select the left face. The diameter we said is 10 and we need to specify the dimensions. So, with this edge it makes a distance of 15 and with the top edge it makes another distance of 15. Okay. So, now since we have specified the diameter of the hole and location of the center of this hole, we need to specify where to terminate. This time we do not want to use the through all, because what it is doing is it is creating hole on both these vertical objects or the vertical parts. So, instead we will say we can either specify the distance or simply say 2. We will select this rear face of the first vertical part. So, we have a hole only on the first vertical part, and the termination, this is only for drill bits and all, we have this 118 degrees, but otherwise it is what is this called, a flat termination. Okay. So, now let us do the same thing for the hole on the second vertical face. We will first select the diameter, which is 16, I believe. Yes, and the center is at a distance of 15 with the vertical edge and this vertical edge. And then we need to specify where, what is the termination of this hole. So, we will again use this 2 and select the rear edge. Okay. Now, we select the rear edge to complete the hole. OK should be done. With this we complete the object, we can rotate and see that the 2 holes are cut as per the requirements, as per the question we have. And again, of course, now we see this additional middle plane, but if you do not want to see it, we can right click and at the visibility we can uncheck it. So, with this we now complete this object. Let us review what are the different features we have created while creating this object. We have created the extrusion command, chamfer, again mirror command and the hole command. So, after we are done with the object, we can save it by simply clicking this save button, and then it will ask you what is the name you want to give. For example, here I am saying the week 8 question 3. So, by that you can save your object as well. We will meet again in the next week, where we will then discuss more about some advanced features of creating more complex objects. Thank you for your attention.